Bismillah. Thank you so much for supporting my content. I really appreciate it. Now let's get straight to it. Exhibit 163. Where was this photograph taken? It was taken right here. Can I prove it? Yep. First of all, based on how much of the baseboard we can see in this photograph, we can easily determine that it was taken in the hallway. Yeah, that was the easy part. Now, we have three major problems that we need to solve in order to determine the exact location of this exhibit. Problem number one, is this part tile or carpet? Problem number two, is this wall the east wall or the west wall? And finally, problem number three is which part of the wall are we looking at? First, I'll just give you the answers and then I'll walk you through my thought process and tell you how to deduce the exact location of this photograph. Number one, it's tile, not carpet. Number two, it's the west wall, not the east wall. Number three, this is the exact part of the west wall that we're looking at. And now allow me to walk you through the thought process. First of all, if you assume that this is carpet, then the wall that we're looking at must be the east wall. Because if you look at photos of the room in general and the hallway, you're gonna notice that the west wall ends where the carpet begins, which means if this is carpet, then that means it has to be the east wall, and he would have to be facing north. And the reason it would have to be this way is because we see a lot of baseboard in Exhibit 163. Just keep that in mind right now. But does that mean it's actually the east wall? No, it's not, but I'll tell you why. Just keep what I said in mind for now. And now let's take a look at Exhibit 162. In this exhibit, which was taken 1 minute and 16 seconds before Exhibit 163, we can clearly see that the shadow of the camera is pointing southeast. Based on that observation, we can deduce that the wall that we're looking at in Exhibit 163 has to be the west wall, because if it was the east wall, then this shadow right here would be pointing southeast and would be on the wall itself, but it's not. Now, in order to pinpoint the exact location of Exhibit 163, we're gonna have to take a look at two clues. One is a subtle clue, the other one is just objective evidence. Yeah, for this part, you're gonna have to Google Exhibit 163 for yourself because I really can't show it here for obvious reasons. I'm just gonna show the censored version here. If you wanna look at the uncensored version, you're gonna have to Google it yourself because I can't show it here. Just so you know, there are two versions of this exhibit, the one that was shown at trial and the one in Juan's book. If you look at the version in Juan's book, you can see that Travis's right shoulder and his left shoulder is more bluish. Yeah, by the way, if you don't know what you're looking at in this photograph, it's actually Travis's back. And the reason I know that is if you look at his right shoulder, you can notice this pattern right here that you can actually see in Exhibit 162. So it's the same exact pattern. So that's how you know you're looking at Travis's back in this photograph. This difference in lighting, for the lack of a better term, proves that this photograph was taken in the part of the hallway that is close to the bedroom, because in Travis's room the west wall blocks part of the light that's coming from the northwest window, which creates this line that you can see right here in this photograph, which also explains the difference in lighting between the right shoulder and the left shoulder. So far we've established that this is tile, this is the west wall, and that he is closer to the bedroom than he is to the bathroom. The next clue will help us pinpoint the exact location of this exhibit. Do you see this pattern right here? Here it is in another picture. This is the exact part of the west wall that we see in Exhibit 163. Now that we've determined the exact location of this photograph, you can clearly see how it's connected to the palm print.